bit about like how you decided to do the show.
Well, I mean, I have a pretty good story. I was doing a play with Alan Rickman, Snape, and he and Tony Shalhoub are friends from working on Galaxy Quest, if you remember that great film. And after a few performances, we went out with Tony, and I didn't know Tony at all, and I really liked him. And the next day I came in for a performance, and I said to Mr. Rickman, wow, I really like Tony Shalhoub. What a nice guy. And this is going to be my bad Snape imitation. Mr. Rickman said, if you ever get the opportunity to work with Tony, you should take it, Mr. Potter. You know, he didn't say the Mr. Potter bit. I'm sorry, Alan, I had to do it. But about 4 months later, the script came to me, and they said, Tony's playing Frank, and I was like, get me in that room. I got to meet them. And it's great. Working with Tony is just, the guy's an icon. It's just, you're watching one of the masters of our generation. How he prepares, how he goes in there. What he's doing is completely different than anything he's done previously. You know, a lot of people know him as a detective with obsessive compulsive disorder, and it's almost, I'm sure he did choose this role to be completely the opposite of that, you know?
And what can you tell us about your characters, since folks don't know yet anything about the show?
I played Dr. Stewart. We're all recently, in We Are Men, we're all recently divorced guys who check into this temporary housing, temporary apartment situation. And Dr. Stewart is divorced once, currently going through his second divorce, and he's angry. He's sort of the rage emotion of divorce. Kal Penn is currently going through a divorce, but he's sort of the delusional emotion of divorce, where he thinks he's getting back together with his ex. And Tony Shalhoub is sort of the Phil Jackson Zen master of it all. He's like, I've had 4 divorces, my life is great. And Chris Smith is the young guy who moves in, and we sort of take him under our wing, and the story's told through his eyes.
Who's going to give him the best advice?
I give him the worst advice, my character. I mean, that's what's so funny about the show. You know, you're seeing guys at their bottom who think they're super cool and going out and being single, and they're not. I mean, every bit of advice I've given young Carter, played by Chris Smith, is the worst advice ever. So I think people who are divorced are going to really enjoy this show, because they'll be able to laugh at a very painful experience that they had. I think people who are considering divorce will watch it and probably not get divorced, because it'll be, they'll say, I don't want to go through any of that.
And it's so different from your real life. You're just so happily married,
Yeah.
you got kids and stuff. How do you juggle the working household?
My wife and I are really good about somebody works, somebody doesn't work, and somebody's at home. I mean, you really, because we have 2 kids, you need 2 people there, but I mean, we sort of make do. We took them to Disneyland a couple days ago. I had a better time than they did. They got a little tired, and I was like, we're still going. I paid a lot of money for these tickets. Wake up. Get some sugar. Come on. And I was like, I think we should take a nap. And I was like, no naps. Park closed in 2 hours. We're going to wait on this line. It's 30 minutes. We're going.
That's great.
Thank you, ladies.